Things.
Howdy.
Hello. I was worried you weren't going to make it.
Well, had a 6:30 dinner reservation, and I think we got sat at 7:30, 7:45. So,
I
yeah.
think I may have left, but I may have left before then.
Yeah, well, sometimes you got to appease the wife and child.
True.
So, yeah, we got done at 9. So 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, raced home, got everything set up, and only 3 minutes late. So that's not too bad. Most shows are later than that. Nope, I just lost your audio. Brian. Not hearing anything. Let me try reloading. Well, that's troublesome. Still can't hear you. We'll drop the AirPods. Darren saying you're silent as well. So it's not me. All right. Well, while he's getting that fixed up, yeah, we are getting ready to start the show. And like I said, I'm a little bit behind schedule, so I guess we'll pick out a bourbon while we're waiting on Brian. Let's see. We got the choice of Eagle Rare. Could do a Buffalo Trace. I think we will do a Buffalo Trace. Let's open up a new bottle of it. And hopefully he gets back because he's got everything downloaded for clips for the week because I'm behind. So we'll have a little pour of Buffalo.
Well, let's try that.
There. I can hear you now.
I got a message up saying that your audio has been disconnected and a different device has been selected. I've never seen that message before. So, what the hell? So hopefully everybody can hear me now. Or maybe that's not a good.
You, they should be able to. So
maybe that's not a good thing. I don't know.
All right, yes, Darren saying you're back.
But thanks, Darren, and good evening, everybody out there. I can see lots of chats already. That's lovely. Good to see. What are you drinking tonight, my friend?
I just opened a new bottle of Buffalo Trace and did a little pour of it. So
nice. Well, I'm back on the Basil Hayden.
Nice.
This one. So it's very nice.
Cask finish, huh?
Cask finish. Yeah, I shouldn't be drinking all my American stuff. I won't be able to get any more.
Right. I'm sure we can figure out a way to get you some.
Apparently, apparently we're all net zero up here, which means 0 possessions, 0 money, 0 freedom.
Yeah, that sounds like Canada.
It's net zero, yeah, net zero.
Cheers, Darren, and to you, yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
And Smokey, yes. Aren't you playing Phasmophobia with the boys right now?
He probably is. Hey, Eric, good to see you.
Hey,
Mod Eric K. I can see Mod Eric K in my Rumble chat. So
tomorrow's the big day, huh?
It is, but after our shitty, we shit the bed against the Jets, I am not feeling good. Hey, Snow Raid, Snowdub, and congratulations, Snowdub, on 10k subs.
10k, very nice.
Yeah, well done.
Congratulations, bud.
We expect the live ball waxing stream soon. Then Snowdub, yeah, that's what you promised, isn't it?
He's not Culture.
Culture was on the show. I noticed the subs went down when Culture was on the show.
That tends to happen.
Anyway, cheers everybody. It said cheers to the Raiders for raiding.
Yeah.
But yeah, tomorrow's going to be
get all the drinking going, huh?
Oh, yeah. We shit the bed badly against the Jets. Ottinger and our defense are just atrocious. Not looking good. So we've lost to Edmonton and the Jets in the last few games. We're determined to lose to all our main rivals.
Yeah. Well, If we beat you tomorrow because of the Winnipeg outcome, we'll only be 1 point behind you now.
I know. You see, this is what we're doing.
That way
Snatching
we
defeat
get
from the
home
top.
ice advantage for the first round of the playoffs.
Because it looks like that's all there is to play for now.
Pretty much. I
Hmm.
find it unlikely that either of our teams is going to catch Winnipeg at this point.
No, we blew our one and only chance there. We blew it. We do have to play them one more time, but I don't think it's enough. And they're just dominating. Sorry, Keeley. Sorry to Keeley Chow, but we keep letting the Jets dominate us. Hellebuck was just
Just
difference.
Hellebuck.
Far better goalie. I hate to say it, far better goalie than Ottinger.
Well, he's the best one in the league. So
yeah.
I mean, he's hands down the best one in the league right now.
Oh yeah, not that we tested him. I mean, you could have he was having a snooze. He had a nap through most of the game. But anyway, we'll see. It'll be. I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure there'll be a warm welcome for Mikko.
He may get. Here's how I think it'll happen. Either he'll get cheered in this game and then jeered for the rest of the 8 years, or he will get cheered when they do his little vignette, the welcome back type vignette, and then booed every time he touches the puck.
Every time he touches the puck. I think it'll go that way. He said he was going out for dinner with the other Avs players, but
yeah, Landeskog said that they were going to air out everything.
But Rantanen had to pay.
Right. And they interviewed him tonight, and he was like, well, I never wanted to leave, so I don't know why the fans would be upset. It's like, dude, they made the first offer to him for an extension in like September. They tried to take care of this before the season.
Yeah, his agent wanted.
And then when he saw Draisaitl sign for 14, then suddenly his number popped up to 14. It's like, if you really wanted to be here, A, you would have finished the contract extension earlier in the season, and B, you would have done like McKinnon and Makar and Landeskog and everybody else and given a little bit of a hometown discount. Not ask for top dollar on the market when you know that McKinnon is up over and above you, and so is probably Makar. And that was before the salary cap came out. So I don't buy I wanted to be there.
You're missing one important point, though. Colorado is he marks this dictatorship, so he probably wanted to live in Texas.
Yeah, that is possible, but
semi-true.
I mean, he's a Finn, isn't he?
Since he left, you guys have won a lot. Since he left the Carolina, they've gone on a winning streak.
Yeah, and who is the guy from Nashville? Jankowski has now gotten like 3 goals in 4 games for Carolina after he had 4 goals all season for Nashville.
Yes,
and that's more goals than Rantanen had in Carolina. So
that's right. Yeah, weird. Eh?
Yeah, and
we'll
Natchez and Drury have been perfectly fine. Natchez has filled in for Rantanen, spectacular. I mean, he's faster than Rantanen, so that line just got speedier.
Yeah, this could look like a bad deal, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
It'll definitely. I'm thinking it'll definitely look like a bad deal for Mikko Rantanen.
It'll look like a bad deal. Never mind 6 years from now or 8 years from now. 6 months from now, it might. But we'll see.
Well, it's got a lasting impact on him, because if it goes the way I think it's going to go, and he starts getting boos, a guy whose jersey was going to be raised to the rafters at some point, especially if we got another cup during his tenure here. It would have been an automatic jersey retirement, and now there's not a chance in hell that happens.
No. Oh well.
I mean, there is nobody that's going to be putting his number in the rafters for this team. I mean, Landeskog will go up there, and McKinnon will, probably Makar, but Rantanen blew that shot.
Well, we'll see.
Legacy
what happens
gone.
We'll see what happens tomorrow, but I'm not confident. Although we will have Hintz and Bischel back, but we'll still be playing Dumba and Smith, probably. They're the 2 worst defenders in the league.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should look at today's scores, or do we want to start with standings?
Let's look at the scores. There's only 1 game on right now, I think, still playing, and that's what's on over there. It's not. Well, it's important, I guess, from the West playoff standpoint, which is I got to share my screen. Forgive me. Everything crashed. I lost it all. There we go. So scores: Canucks 3, Blackhawks zip. So they're still in with a shout, I guess.
Yeah, the Canucks are still fighting. They're right there on the verge of a wild card, so
Yeah, they
kind of
didn't.
important, I guess.
His Sabres beat the Golden Knights, although albeit sadly in a shootout. In a shootout,
Yeah.
sad. Only it was regulation.
Well, did you see what happened?
I probably did, but you're going to tell me.
So there's a breakaway on an empty net. The guy decides not to shoot it and tries to give
I
it
did see
to who was it? Eichel tries to not
Eichel.
was it
Eichel
Eichel?
tried to give
Yeah,
it to somebody else.
and it got taken away, and then they come back and they tie the game, and
Yeah,
then you're going to overtime and a shootout. That game should have been over either way.
I saw that clip. I don't know who he was trying to pass to, but he tried to give somebody a goal and he didn't need to.
Yeah, I mean,
Idiot.
stupid. Ice the game. But
Indeed.
I mean, either way, that would have been a bad outcome for us because the Knights would have won. So
Yeah.
just
Oh
outright.
well,
But
we
that
gotta
was
give the
a stupid
Sabres,
play.
Yeah, got to give the Sabres something. They had a tough week. It was
They've had a
the
tough
Red
season.
Wings, that Detroit game. I'm going to show some clips from that, but they, all 10 players on the ice got a game misconduct.
Yeah. This guy's got 2 for roughing, and everybody else on the ice gets a game misconduct.
Right. So we got those clips. Yeah, that was funny. And then they showed the Sabres bench. It looked a little short after that.
Yeah. There's nobody left.
There's no left. They'd lost 7-3 anyway, but they were losing anyway. But 7-3, I think it was. So the Penguins beat the Devils 7-3 tonight, and that's like their 4th win in a row. So they're actually not that I expected to continue, but they've got just a tiny chance that they might make the playoffs.
And what's kind of insane on that one is there were 2 different times that the Devils got 4-minute power plays.
Yeah.
Because the Penguins just kept high sticking people. So it was like back to back 4 minutes.
Yeah. But
they still couldn't win.
That's the Penguins.
Yep.
Caps 5, Sharks 1, another OV goal. I think he's 8 away now.
Yep.
A couple of interesting fights in that game too. I think it was a Wilson one.
Yeah.
Good on the Sharks, showing some spirit, even if they know they're not going to win. At least they show some guts. Bruins booed tonight in Boston, losing 6-2. The Lightning booed off the ice.
Not a single shot on goal in the second period is the reason for the booing.
Yeah, you'll love to hear it, really. It's such a shame.
Yeah. And I think that fan base is a little bit upset right now, too.
A bit upset, yeah. Senators are on a good run, too. Beating the Leafs 4-2. Is Mike here? I don't see Mike. CWG, good evening to you, WG. I don't see Mike right now. So Leafs take another loss in the Battle of Ontario. I wonder if they booed each other's Canadian anthems.
Possibly.
Yeah, they're Canadians. It could have been.
I do know that Kachuk took a puck to the face, pretty ugly one, and ended up going down the hallway for some repairs at some point in that game.
Can only improve his looks, really.
Yeah, well, Brady already looks like Sloth.
Yeah, good win for the Sens. They think they've won quite a few in a row as well. I think that push for those East slots is hard. It's worked going hard. Montreal in there with a shout, beating the Panthers 3-1.
Yep.
So interesting result. The Hurricanes, as WG said, they 5-0
the Flyers.
Blanking of the Flyers. They've won 7 in a row. Undefeated after Rantanen left.
That's like 3 or 4 times the Flyers have been shut out in the past 30 days.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a comeback, and then they've gone back to not being able to find the net at all.
Yep.
Oh well. Rangers Shesterkin got me a shutout tonight. So Rangers 4, Blue Jackets zip. And I was up about 2.5 points in our league, and then by the end of the night, I was down to 0.5 up. So I don't know. I get a shout out, and I still get screwed.
I haven't had a chance to look at it yet.
Well, we'll be looking at it later. And then the Kings beat
the Preds. That was a 0-0 game through 3
overtime goal. I saw the goal of Quinton Byfield, I think, was it?
Yeah, and they went almost through the overtime. It was
Yeah.
320 of overtime. I mean,
that was exciting.
that has got to be one of the most boring games to have sat through. I would think. I mean, no scoring at all.
Right. Well, the Kings were probably conserving energy because they're going to make it, and then the Preds have got nothing to play for. So, but yeah. I missed a skipped one. The Blues. I'm very conflicted about this, but I guess in the end of the day, it's satisfying that they beat the Wild because it hurts the Wild and doesn't really help the Blues. But a 5-1 win there with a hat trick for somebody, I can't remember who. WG.
I'm surprised they don't have it over there to the side. I've got it highlighted.
Oh, you got it, yeah. Serious, thank you, WG, for 20 buckaroonies, which is about 600 Canadian dollars at the moment. Seriously, Hall, Janky, and Stanky all look great with the Canes. Yeah, so he's
happy with the acquisitions.
Yeah, well, we certainly looked like we were missing Stankoven against the Jets because nobody had any grit, and he's at least got some grit, you know. There's a lot of people giving up on puck battles, which is not good. Thank you very much for that, WG. Appreciate that very much. But yeah, Blues 5, Wild 1. So in terms of standings, let's go to the West. Central. Well, yeah, I mean, the Wild on 79, Avs on 83. Yeah, I mean, it's not over yet, but I think that hurt them tonight, losing to the Blues. So they really needed to win that, I think.
Well, I mean, we took them down, and I mean, those 4-point swings within division, those will hurt you. But yeah, I mean, you'll still have a couple games in hand on us after tomorrow, but there's the possibility it's 86, 85 tomorrow, or it's 88 or 87 to 85 or 84.
Well, so. I'm a notorious pessimist, and I'm not confident, so...
you are that.
I am a notorious pessimist. But I want to look at the wild card side of things there for the West. So Jets are looking like, I would say, certain to be number one in the West.
Yep.
The Wild
are pretty solidly in number two.
Solid, yeah. Pretty solid in the Wild are going to be wild. It's the fight for the final slot.
Yep.
Probably will come down. I know the Blues are just kind of sniffing around, and so are Utah. I think it'll come down to between Calgary and Canucks, and who wants it more. Kind of hoping it's Calgary in case there's some long odds chance of playing them in the playoffs. It's unlikely because it'll probably be Colorado Stars first round.
It's almost assured. Well, if neither of us catches Winnipeg, then it's most assuredly us versus you guys in the first round.
I guess we could decide to tank, just make the second wildcard slot.
You could try.
Well, we've done it before. Last season, end of season collapse. I think I'll put my money on Vancouver. I'm going to put my money on Vancouver. Yeah.
I mean, the fact that they've still got a game in hand on all the teams behind them, and they've got a 2-point lead, gives them some advantage. I would say it's probably Vancouver over Calgary, especially now that Hughes is back. So,
look at all those negative differentials. I think that's what we'll see. So look at those negatives. So interesting that everybody below the top 6 in the West have got a negative. Like, you'd think it would drop off a little and then maybe have a couple of +2 zeros, whatever, but no, big drop off. Yeah.
I was looking at the Avs. I think we were a -9 at the time that we got rid of Georgiev.
Yeah.
And we've climbed all the way back up to a +30. So.
Oh, I've got a Wedgwood clip for tonight. He was pretty damn good the other night. So.
Yeah, he's been doing real good. For a backup, he is extremely solid.
Oh, I liked him. Yeah, I really liked him, but he's not with it. Although Smith hasn't been bad for us. I think sometimes I prefer him to Ottinger. But in the East, you know,
Caps
know,
are pretty much uncatchable.
Caps are uncatchable.
I still don't think they have a chance in hell in the playoffs.
No.
I think their playoffs will go the way that the San Jose Sharks used to go back when they would win the President's Trophy during the regular season every year and then just get blown out in the first couple rounds because they were not built to be a playoff team.
No. Mikey's here. Good to see you, Mike.
Hey, Mike.
So anyway, yeah, the Caps they're a lock for the playoffs, I think. Canes have they're probably pretty secure now too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the fight still goes on for the wild cards. I know the Red Wings have had a few ups here and there. I think
They might have finally fallen off.
I think it might just be a little too far now.
And Columbus lost tonight. I kind of
was
kind of hoping they might have pulled that one out. That was that they played the Rangers, so
Yeah.
the Rangers very much benefited from that game, and Columbus, they hurt their shots.
I think it might stay. I might stay the way it is. It might stay the way it is. Yeah. So,
because yeah, I mean Montreal might be able to do it, but I mean they do have a game in hand on the Rangers. I mean the Rangers really have sucked though.
They have, but yet they're still hanging around.
Just barely.
Still.
If the Canadians get that game in hand win, then they're technically above the Rangers.
They've got a better record in the last 10 games.
Yeah.
Still,
7-1-2 versus 5-3-2.
There's a lot to play for there, but I think you're starting to see the Wings and the Bruins and so on are done probably.
Starting to seem like it, yeah.
Yeah, but still, how many games to go?
The Red Wings,
18 games.
Red Wings did go on a very nice run after getting the new coach in there, so they've got something to look forward to next year, I guess.
So still a lot to play for. The playoff odds, I don't know if these have been updated. Probably they have. Odds updated Saturday, March 15th at 6:37 Eastern, so I don't think they've been tweaked.
So 3 o'clock this afternoon, there's not much that they've changed.
So, I mean, to go down to odds of making the playoffs, you're now seeing
4 teams eliminated, 2 teams, 3 teams.
It's Pittsburgh, despite their 4 wins. Well, I guess they might have tweaked up to like 1% after winning today. But
so essentially 8 teams have a less than 1% chance.
Yeah.
4 of those are, I think, mathematically eliminated already.
Yeah. Rangers are at 58.6%. Vancouver only at 38.3%, actually. I think
Montreal at 14.4%.
Yeah. Seems a little low, but so odds to make
and maybe looking at strength of schedule and everything too.
Yeah. Odds to make the second round. I think we were a lot higher until yesterday.
Yeah.
We've dropped a bit. 59.3%. 32. Odds to make the final. Jets are still leading that. And they are leading Florida, apparently. Florida, the odds to win the cup, 18.8%.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to do it again. And I think the West is, unless the West just beats itself completely up during the playoffs, because it's going to be a gauntlet in the West.
Yeah, it is.
I think the West has got the stronger teams than the East at the moment.
Yeah, I think so. But let's have a look at the this
pie chart.
Yes. I don't know. I think Winnipeg traditionally have not fared that well in the playoffs recently, but they're on a roll this year and they've got Hellebuck. So
they were on a roll last year and they had Hellebuck, and we set a playoff record on him. I mean, it was 5 straight games of 6 or more goals put on him.
Yeah. But you're only 6.7% for the Avs to win the cup on this.
Yeah.
think it's a little low.
I think when Landeskog walks out on game 1, goes and plays on the third line, nobody will care what the percentage is.
Yeah, I mean, you're lower than Vegas odds, and I would take the Avs over Vegas.
Oh, we're much better than Vegas.
Yeah. I mean, this is betting odds, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's a betting website.
Where's Toronto Maple Leafs? So the Leafs have got a 41% chance to make the second round.
And then their pie chart gets a little bit weird.
A little bit weird. It kind of merges into the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah, I don't even see much of a chance of winning the championship there.
2.1% of winning the cup.
Okay.
Odds for the Leafs to win the cup, 2.1%. Who's the top? So the Jets are certainly the top Canadian team with the odds.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oilers are 2%. And I would pick them over
people don't trust them.
I would take them over the Leafs. Anyway.
They were in the Western Conference Final last year.
Yeah, where are the Canes?
Well, they were in the Stanley Cup Final last year, I mean.
They were. Hey.
Canes got a nice big black pie chart.
They do. They're 8.7% to win the cup. 99.97% to make the playoffs, so there's still a 0.03% chance they could blow it, WG. So, yeah, but you can see by this, despite certain teams, despite going on a run the last few games, like Pittsburgh, they're still not convincing the betting market. So,
yeah,
there it is.
Right now, like in fantasy, yeah, if you're playing against Pittsburgh, that's when you're playing your players.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how unconvincing they are.
Yeah. So we'll be looking at this every week now as it gets closer.
Watching more teams zero out.
What we got till April 21st? Is that the date?
April 19th, I believe is.
Wow.
Yeah, it'll start while the Vegas meetup is going on.
I will not unfortunately be there. I will not be there, so I'll be able.
It'll give me something to watch Saturday night since everybody else will be leaving town right about then.
That's true. So let's have a quick look at the before we move on to action from the week.
Well, I lost half a point.
You did. I think
Tay has jumped up.
He is now 0.5 of a point behind you.
Yeah,
and Mike is only 1.5 behind. But we gotta look.
I'm still worried about Mike, but Tay's so far ahead on games played. He's almost done.
Well, you look at the games played. Tay is 724. Plays you're 697. Mike is on 709. Not that many more than you, just a little bit. Let's look at Tay.
I think he started rationing a little bit too, like I have.
Yeah, let's look at Tay. No, it won't show. It doesn't show me where he is on the over and under here, which is unfortunate. Hang on,
I think it does if you click on them out of the teams tab instead of, because turning it to team view doesn't do it, but I think the other view, if you just click on them here.
Well, I did. So click on Tay.
Yeah, this one should have the chart.
Right, so Tay is now 29 over on centers, 18 over on right wing, minus 23 on goalies. Tay, you're going to have to get on the goalies.
Goalies don't matter at this point.
Yeah. So he's, in fact, he's probably not paying attention because he left both his goalies on the bench. I think he put Kemper in. And he did get a win in a shutout. That's probably what killed. Well, I was up equal with you in shutouts, and I had gained points and then dropped again. I think it's that shutout that dropped me back down again.
Probably. I mean, I wouldn't have been playing Swayman versus Tampa Bay, and I wouldn't have been playing Monta I never can say the dude's name. The Montreal
Montembeau,
goalie
Montembeau,
versus
Montembeau,
Florida.
Montembeau.
That's just asking to get your goalies beat up.
It is. So he has. Did he leave any? No, he didn't leave anyone out. So yeah, that's going to kill Tay. He's reached his max long ago on the centers.
He's only got 2 games on centers left in the season.
2 left. Yeah, 2
and
left.
13 on the right wingers.
Yeah, so he's about to start drying up.
He's got to have a whole bunch of defensive scoring.
Yeah. Whereas Mikey, he's only a little bit ahead of you on games played. Mike, you have got, you're maxed out in centres though.
And only 2 left wingers left.
Has he dropped his centres? No, he's still playing them. You should drop them. Don't let me know when you're dropping Eichel.
How about no?
But no. So he's maxed on the centres, 2 away from being maxed on left wing. Still well under on the D's, Mike. Come on, Mike. You should be tweaking this.
4 players.
Yeah, you should be tweaking this. And
he said he's tweaking it. He picked up a guy to try to get extra hits.
Oh, well, you're never going to catch me in the hits. That's the one thing I'm going to win.
No, but he doesn't have to catch you. He just has to catch a couple people ahead of him. A couple
people above, yeah. No, that's for you, sir. Tonight, as of tonight, you've got 17 games remaining on centre and quite a few left on the other positions, so not bad.
Yeah, I rationed for the last 2 weeks, and I'm looking okay to try to hold the categories where I'm holding. And I've just not played the goalies. Because
you made a good choice leaving Bobrovsky out tonight.
Oh, I wouldn't. If I'm going to play any goalie right now, it's going to be Hellebuck.
Hellebuck, yeah.
That would be. It doesn't matter.
It
doesn't matter who Bobrovsky's playing, and it doesn't matter who Blackwood's playing. It would just be matchups with Hellebuck trying to get a couple shutouts.
Yeah,
is the only reason I would throw a goalie in right now.
Yeah. As for me, not that it matters because I'm not going to finish better than 8th. I'm still fighting the bots. I might beat the bots. I am. I've got quite a few games remaining. Whether it'll do me any good in the end or not, I don't know. But we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, so it's tightened up a bit. It's between you and Mikey, really, I guess.
Yeah, and I've got a slight advantage. I'm played less games. I still have some offensive scoring positions left. So
how many games
having no centers remaining hurts. Bell's 3rd most games played, I think.
736, yeah. So however, I'm getting the bots, even the bots are beating me. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but you're beating Basco and Jamie.
I am. That's true. I'd actually today at one point, I was up 2.5, but it's gone down to 1/2 because I thought, yes, I've tied with you on shutouts, and then
got that 9th.
Yeah, Tay got another. I think Tay got another one. So. Anyway, still at least there's something to play for at the top. It's not all over yet.
Yeah, because here's the thing. If other people catch me and Mike is other people could catch me and take points away from me. Yeah. It's not just Mike trying to climb up and catch me on stuff. It's anytime anybody overtakes you on anything, you lose points and somebody else gains them.
That's right, yeah.
But you could bring points, you could bring me below 100 and not necessarily affect some of the categories Mike's looking at. But I've got the advantage there on that my goalies have number 1 spot in everything. I mean, another shutout would help because that gives me that 0.5 point back, but nobody's going to take save percentage, wins, or goals against average from me. If I don't play the goalies, it's impossible to catch.
That one's not a numbers of games played calculation. It's a actual what are the real stats calculation.
So I've just got to watch, like, I can't catch certain people in goals, but I can do some stuff in assists, plus minus, and hits and shots on goal still. But other people can still do stuff to me on those too.
Yeah,
so
I've been trying to just catch the 1 or 2 that are above me in some of those categories, and I think I make progress, and then I go back again. It's just
well, and that's also where I'm watching, like, games played because,
Mm.
like, Mike is right next to me on a couple of the categories. I think assist is one of them, and
Mm.
then I think shots on goal, he's about 30 shots ahead of me, but that's where having, 15 more games played,
Good work. Yeah.
shots on goal, those numbers add up pretty quick. I mean, you get
Indeed.
7 or 8 a night for, quite a few ti if you've got a roster going, you're gonna get 8 to 10, 8 to 12 maybe shots on goal a night, so and I'm paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
trying
Me
to
too.
win it. If somebody takes it from me, good on them, but
Well, Mike, it might be Mike's moment of glory if the Leafs don't win the cup.
well, they're gonna win the
What's
cup.
the if? Sorry, I said if there.
Let's not be silly
Yeah.
here.
No, I noticed that yeah, no, I noticed the NHL was tweeting about the quarter century team vote.
Yeah,
Don't know when it's supposed to close, but I can't. They don't seem to have like a running table on their website about it. All they keep doing is tweeting these static pictures.
yeah.
So this was one the other day where it was the most
Who's getting the most votes?
who's getting the most votes. So that's the 10 that are getting the most votes right now. And it was a few days ago. As somebody rightly pointed out, Patrick Roy. Was he really a 2000s guy? I mean, he's in it, I know.
He won a cup in 2000, 2001.
Well, but what does that really matter?
He still played for another 2 or 3 years after that, so he played.
Anyway,
What did he retire? 2004?
I don't know. Something like that. But yeah, he's in the top 10, though. He's made the top. So the moment, the fan vote is Crosby at number 1.
Yeah, I mean, for the past 25 years, that's probably right.
Yeah, Ovechkin 2.
That's probably right.
McDavid 3.
Just because it's McDavid.
Patrick
He
Kane at
hasn't won.
4.
He hasn't
Patrick
really
Kane,
won anything except for some individual
he's
awards, but
not
whatever.
one. Yeah, exactly. He's Patrick Kane at number 4. He got 5 points tonight, I think. Or was it tonight? Yeah. Well, yesterday?
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday, he got 5 points. So Patrick Kane, number 4. Well, he did win 3 Stanley Cups, I think. Yeah. Fleury at 5. I like to see that. I like Marc-Andre Fleury. Who doesn't like Marc-Andre Fleury?
Apparently, the fans are liking the goalies.
Yeah, Bredeur's in there. I like Marty
Brodeur,
Brodeur too.
Fleury, Waugh.
Roy, yeah. Then you've got Nathan McKinnon at number 6, which is pretty good. I mean, I think it could be a swap. He could swap with McDavid in the standings.
He's actually won a cup, so
Yes.
yeah. He's won a Hart and he's won a cup, so.
Yeah. I actually like seeing Nick Lidstrom on that list. He was an incredible player.
Yep.
Malkin. Yeah, I mean, it's a fair enough vote.
Again, makes sense. So I would think we'd probably, if they went out another 5 to 10, you're probably going to see Bergeron. You're probably going to see Chara.
Yeah,
You might see Makar.
you might. Yeah. The thing about this is they're not, as I say, you can't go onto the NHL website and find. You can vote, but you can't see running totals.
Yeah,
I guess they don't want to. So this is they just keep releasing these little bursts, and then they'll do one that's top 10 centers or top 10 whatever. And
I know the Avs on their broadcast are pushing for people to go throw some Makar votes in there.
Well, you can vote 10 times a day.
McKinnon's a lock, but Makar just hasn't. He's young. He hasn't been around that much during this 25-year period, but he is breaking all the records for defensemen.
Yeah. Tim says he wears a cup too. That's which player he's referring to. They all wear a cup.
He's talking about Waugh.
All right, yeah. Speaking of cups, this is in the EIHL, I think. This was quite funny. I think that trophy's broken.
A little bit.
See, this is what you get when you buy from Temu.
Was it a real cup, or was this a skit?
No, I think it's like a player award of some kind. It's the EIHL, I think. Look at the state of that.
Oops.
Oops. I don't know who it is. EIHL. It must be sponsored by Timu. Yeah.
It's Elite League Challenge Hockey.
Is that what it is? Right, okay.
It's on the back wall there.
Is that what that is? Yeah. But anyway, he messed that one up. Yeah. Oh well. So anyway, quarter century teams will keep an eye on that. Current score in the Vancouver game is 4-1 Vancouver Chicago. What else was going on this week? Do we have anything else going on?
Not a lot.
Few things. We got a few
just
clips
a few
here
games.
Just a few games. There was the odd game or two. I see the Ekblad suspension. You're an Ekblad. You see, he really needs to be in touch with Valerie Nikushkin because clearly Ekblad's been taking the wrong performance-enhancing drugs, not the ones Nikushkin's been taking.
He's still claiming that it was, completely accidental. So
yeah, I accidentally
who knows?
took those steroids for 10 years. No. Ekblad suspended for 20 games. Here we go. I haven't actually. Hopefully this will come through. So Brad Marchand, we'll play. This is a little break in a sense. This is a little advert break. Let's play this. So Brad Marchand has made this advert for Samuel Adams, which is perhaps the timing could have been better, but the advert is because Samuel Adams is kind of associated with Massachusetts and Boston.
A little bit.
Are you sure about this? Don't move. At Sam Adams, we craft every beer with love and attention to detail. Smash in the green! And our new Marchandy, it's no different. In fact, we brought Brad Marchand in to help on the process.
It's Marchand! Get it right, guy.
Get like it! Get it!
Whoa, guys!
Brad! Smash that green!
It's sweet and delicate.
Just like me.
Wow.
Get him down, shoot over his head, and then put him down. I'm in your head. You like that? Next. What are you gonna do? Nothing. Yeah, switch sides, get him there, and then right there. At the end of the day, Brad made all the difference.
The more we see him off the ice, the more I actually do like him.
He is funny. Yeah, he's done some great.
He just seems like he'd be a fun guy to hang out with. I just hate him on the ice.
Yeah, we've shown
kind of like the Kachucks. I mean, of course, I hated the Kachuk's dad too. So
yeah, we've shown a lot of Brad Marchand adverts that we've clipped over the years, and
him and Ovi seem to have the most.
Yeah, I did love that interview we showed a few weeks ago where was it Pasternak he was talking about? And there was supposed to be a beef.
Which one, Ovi?
No, Marchand. There was supposed to be some kind of beef between them, and they asked, "Did you see him in the locker?
Yeah.
Did you see him in the locker? Yeah, I saw him, and he was naked, and he looked pretty
it was pretty impressive.
He just went for it,
Yeah. Well, that was just an after game interview.
That's right. Yeah. He is quite funny, I have to say. So it's players get reputations over the years on the ice, but sometimes.
Well, he's earned his reputation as a rat, and he kind of endorses having that reputation. I mean, he kind of leans into it completely. So he knows where he stands with people in the league, though.
Yeah,
because the Four Nations showed a lot as to what people actually think about him. They didn't seem too upset with him.
No,
when he's on your team.
Well, he's on your team, or you're not playing against him that day.
Yeah. I've got a quick one just because this is getting a little bit absurd. So.
Oh, is this the Rempe? No.
Yeah, this is Rempe.
This is not a penalty. It's nuts.
This is being called for being Rempe.
Yeah, I mean.
They call that interference. The guy skates directly into him.
Devon Shore skates right into him there. Right into him. Like, Rempe's not even looking at Mark. He's just going.
He's skating up the ice with his guy.
I mean, you got a feel for him in that way. So, what should I do?
That one was absolute crap. And that can't start happening with him. He does make some bad hits, but we can't have it just be Rempe touch somebody. It's a penalty.
Yeah.
because
met
that was ridiculous.
I've met Devonshore. That's just a piece of trivia, just to throw that into the thing. But
Yeah.
anyway, he skated right into Rip. Poor bugger.
Directly into his elbow, and then
just,
pretended like he got elbowed in some egregious fashion.
yeah, that's pretty ridiculous, isn't it? But, oh well. So we did talk about that Detroit Sabres game.
Yeah.
It was mental. I mean, there was a lot of shit going on throughout the entire game, but by the end of the third period, when it didn't really matter for Buffalo anymore, things just went completely off the rails. I think there was it was
essentially a line brawl.
Yeah, Norris and Edvinson had a bit of a stramash, and then Thompson drops the gloves, and then everybody started fighting, and then you got a game misconduct for all the players on the ice. Amongst
one fight
things.
would stop, and another couple of players would drop their gloves and go.
Yeah.
Takes a shoulder and gives a cross check to Johansson. Meanwhile, there's a wrestling match between Norris and Edvinson, and then Tage Thompson.
So it's good old-fashioned line brawl. This is what we want.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's what you want to see if you're a Buffalo Sabres fan, is Tage Thompson stepping in there.
Well, he might get hurt, yeah.
It's the only player they've got that's worth a crap at the moment.
Yeah.
Norris initiated this.
What, you don't rate Alex Tuck?
There's a few guys there that are okay, but Tage is obviously
he's the
guy.
He's the asset they have. Old-time hockey, yeah.
And now Norris is tangling with somebody else.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, by this point in the game, when did it really matter, you know?
Yeah, it's 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
So there goes Byram.
Yeah.
Fourth and final meeting between these two teams.
Then, of course, somebody gets to go collect all the equipment for them.
Right. So there was that, and then, I mean, there was this...
The actual penalty call.
Then there's the penalty call, which will go down in infamy, I think. So this is the actual penalty call.
Detroit's going to have a minor for roughing, and all the other guys going to have a misconduct. Buffalo will have a power play for 2 minutes.
He's not going to bother listing this.
They got to hand out the fighting majors on that last one. They didn't have to announce it, I guess.
It's funny.
Going to have a minor for roughing.
If you misconduct them, it doesn't matter.
And then, as a result, you get this, which is the Sabres bench.
It's down to like 7 guys.
Get a little light.
6 guys, I count.
6 guys, yeah.
And a goalie.
Yeah, and a goalie. This is old time hockey, yeah.
I spent 2 years in the minors, not very far from here in Saginaw, Michigan, playing for the Saginaw Generals. I recognize that.
Yeah, that was it.
I don't know who's talking.
That was up there with Macaulay.
Yeah, I don't know who the commentator is, but he's talking about the time he spent in Saginaw. He said, "Yeah, that's what our bench." He's saying, "Yeah, that's pretty much what our benches look like all the time."
That was in the second period.
So, you know, regardless of your feelings about the teams in question, I think that was a lot of fun. And that was just, I mean, there was a lot of shit earlier in the game. That was just the third period stuff.
Yeah, that was just game's over. Let's take a little bit of a stand.
There was a lot of fighting before that, but that was fun. Well done to those two teams for providing us with some entertainment.
I thought this was entertaining. This is a very short one, but I found this one hilarious because the look on Waugh's face is just like, you know how he feels about his team right now.
Yeah.
Oops. The guy gets on the ice with his skate guard still on and just face plants. And Waugh's just like, yeah, that's
Joseph?
about how it goes.
Yeah. Who is it? Who's that guy? Joseph?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. I mean, we beat them recently, and Patrick Roy was not happy during that game.
Yeah, the look on his face was just like, if it was Shoresy, it'd be, for fuck's sake.
For fuck's sake. This, you know what? I absolutely had no idea what this was about but it's kind of similar to the Buffalo Detroit. There are, I don't know how many Kraken players in the penalty box here,
Yeah.
but there's quite a few.
Dubois, Carlson, Van Riemsdyk, Duhaime, all in the box with minors.
I love it. I wish it was all for 5-minute fighting majors, though, but you're not allowed to have
That's
it.
a long time ago.
After the first fight, everyone else would get a game misconduct for the second.
There's quite a few on the other side too.
Yeah.
Dubois, Carlson, Van Riemsdyk, Duhaime.
Ultimately, it's a line brawl where people aren't dropping the gloves, because if you drop the gloves, then it's an automatic misconduct and a possible suspension.
Yeah. I just think that's funny. I mean, they're going to need a bigger box. They're only meant to hold like 2 people usually.
Right.
It's funny that one, but it's funny that happened in the same week as the Detroit Sabres one. Anyway, at least there's. I think it's been a pretty good year so far for this kind of thing. We've had a lot of good fights, dust-ups, brawls, smashes as I call them. They're not going away.
No, they're not going away. And my daughter would like to thank everybody who went in and filled out that poll for her paper. So she's obviously, it's an argumentative paper is what she has to write. She has to argue from a certain point, and she's obviously going with fighting good. So
okay. Can you reveal to us the number of votes for and against fighting, not the rest necessarily?
Last I saw, there were like 22 votes, and 3 were against fighting. 1 was a maybe, and it was due to CTE possibility, and the rest were all for fighting.
Yep. Well, there you go. I think if you were to poll the NHL fans as a whole, it might come out as a similar result.
I would think so.
I get the one that said maybe. I understand that argument. It is a valid argument, but at the same time, for me, as I said in the comments when I filled it in, it's an important part of the game.
They have to be able to police each other, is what I put.
That's what I said. Players need to police each other, and it's an aggressive, masculine game. I said, and I know women play hockey and they fight too, but it's a masculine game.
Actually, I don't know if you saw the one fight that's been in the PWHL. Did you happen to see it? So neither girl dropped their gloves, and they're all wearing fish bowls. So they're basically just smacking each other with gloves into a piece of plastic. It's like, what was the point? It was all for show. It didn't. There's no way you're going to hurt anybody. You're probably not even going to hurt your own hand.
Maybe they should,
because you still have the gloves on, and you can't get to their jaw because they're wearing full fish bowls.
I think they should have gone back to the bench and got their handbags, and they could have swung them at each other.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous. It was like, no, there's. Actually, it looks like an absolute joke when it's 2 people just hitting each other with the fish bowls on.
Yeah, what's the point? So, as Mike says, Domi had a good hit in the fight. I believe I have that clip. I think this is the one you might be talking about. I hope so.
Here's the hit on Verhaeghe as that puck is in the middle of the ice. It's always dangerous.
Ding.
Ding dong. His head up,
what's funny about this fight is his dad is up in the stands and never flinches, just stares the whole time while the fight's going on.
Yeah. Well, he was pretty tough, guys.
Yeah.
I don't think I've got the whole fight, but the hit was pretty good. So that one's for you, Mike.
Couple cross checks, couple slashes. Now let's fight.
Yeah. Oh, yes. There you go. That's for you, Mike. I think it was a good hit. I didn't see it as a bad hit, but...
No, it's fine. Blindsided him, but keep your head on a swivel.
Keep your head on a swivel. He hit him in the shoulder. He didn't do anything too bad.
This is an older clip, I think, from maybe last year or the year before, as we were getting ready to play the Flames yesterday. This clip started circulating throughout the NHL again, or throughout Twitter, for Cale Makar, especially since the voting currently, has him probably winning his second Norse. So this is why people are amazed with Cale Makar. So 2-on-1. Makar defends the 2-on-1. They don't even get a shot off. And then Makar goes back the other way.
Yeah.
And point.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that clip. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was making the rounds again, so I figured, it's a good one to show.
It is. No.
It's Makar doing Makar things.
I didn't realize it was an older clip. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's last year.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an incredible player. So good draft pick. You see, you could have drafted Heiskanen instead.
I think we're fine where we are. We've also got his brother coming up. We could have
drafted Makar.
We've got the rights to Makar's brother too, I think, and he's been turning it on. So see, maybe we'll have the Makar brothers on the same lineup someday.
The Makars. This isn't a video; it's just an image, and it's like all these Twitter images. You can't expand it, well, you can actually. This is the Utica Comets player Will McKinnon was traded to the Cleveland Monsters for future considerations. His father is the GM.
His father traded him for nothing.
For nothing.
Just get off of my team.
So next Christmas is going to be a lot of fun at dinner in that household. How's your year been, son?
I mean, yeah, but it also could just be, they don't want to make it seem like there's nepotism, so maybe not have him in the lineup on his dad's team.
It's just the tweets were hilarious for nothing.
Yeah, for nothing. Future considerations, meaning there wasn't even anybody that it was worth taking in his place.
The father should have said, probably should have said, oh, that's all you're worth. Tough love.
Yep.
This is actually another one. I usually mark some as just funny or amusing or whatever, and this one was
relocating his finger.
So he's sitting there. He decides to relocate his finger.
Here we go.
Dislocated thumb, no problem. Pop.
Carrying the outcome of the period. Here we go. And
you can almost hear it click.
You can hear that.
Relocate that.
Tough.
Oh, that's.
I mean, we've all done that, right?
Well, if you don't, what else can you do? I mean, you just shove it back in.
Anytime you have a finger go sideways or something, you just straighten it back up.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I've got an unfortunate goalie incident. Ullmark makes a massive blunder.
I saw this. I had it clipped too. Oh, this
was horrible.
It's awful. And he's like 15.
I like how he just falls on his face after he sees that he passes it to them.
Poor Linus. And he just had a shutout this week, I think, as well, or something. He's had a really good game, and then he does this.
That was bad.
It was. He was like at least 15 feet from the crease or something.
Well, I mean, he initially plays it in a reasonable place, but he misplays it so bad he has to go after it. But then after the second time he touches it, nothing causes him to fall down. He's just like, screw me, and just
like, I'm gonna
lays down.
I'm gonna pretend I'm not here. You've got a laugh, haven't you?
Mike's that one.
We're getting a lot of stuff for Mike tonight. A lot of Leaf stuff.
Yeah, that one was funny though. It cracked me up. We're sitting there at dinner, and I see that clip, and I show my daughter, and she's just like, "Oh my!"
I mean,
poor Ullmark.
We've had a few goalie problems this year, but that one we'll have to have a top 10 goalie mistakes at the end of the year.
Yeah, that one's going to be a Steve Dangle. If you're a goaltender, tin the goal.
That's right. So as Darren M's pointing out, the Hawks are not doing well tonight. 6-2 for Vancouver with 6 minutes left. But on the other hand, there are good saves too.
Yeah.
This was Ullmark again. Oh, shit. Sorry. Gonna do the old transition thing, eh?
Yeah.
This is a weird... NHL put this tweet out, so it's a weird kind of compilation of this Ullmark. So well done to Linus in that one. Or Linus, as they say. I always think Peanuts. Linus.
It's Linus.
So a real goalie save. Diving
It was a
right
nice
over
one.
there. Yeah. There you go. So he obviously decided that karma required the yin and the yang to be balanced or whatever.
Yes.
One good one, one bad one.
Yep. I've got not quite a goalie save,
Yeah.
but this happened in the Utah game yesterday. Watch behind the goalie. Kick save.
Oh, kick save.
From the defender.
Oh, wow. Hey, perfectly legit.
It was actually a pretty nice play.
Yeah.
It was about to be a really nice goal.
That's right, yeah.
So that one was pretty good.
Good stop, yeah. Hey, anything counts if it's a stop.
Nice awareness.
Yeah, I'll while we're on goalies, then I'll play this one for you. This is for you.
All right.
This is Wedgwood.
Wedgwood.
It's kind of for Dallas. See, we liked him. We loved Wedgie. Wedge wall with 3s instead of E's. That was the
yeah.
That was the norm. Anyway, this was a beauty.
Kick.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter how you stop him. It's a ballerina.
It would have obviously been goal. It would have been the most obvious goaltender interference call anyway.
Yeah,
but the fact that he saved it afterwards was pretty nice because then it goes on his stat sheet.
It's better because he gets the glory. Yeah.
I think it's crap that they. I think it was crap that they didn't call the goaltender interference when they took out his legs because that is the definition of goaltender interference.
Just because it's a save, why shouldn't it be called? Yeah.
It should have been. It should have been called before the shot happened. When the penalty happened, that's when the hand should go up for that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it should.
That is goaltender interference.
But there's a lot of inconsistency around goaltender interference and goaltender interference penalties, as we've seen.
Right.
You know.
So, but yeah, it was pretty amazing little kick straight up into the air, catching the puck.
Yeah. So good for him, though. Yeah, it's good for him. I had another goalie one. Oh no, this was this isn't really this.
The little kid.
I entitled this Jake Ottinger playing the Jets, but that's not what it is. I need a break. This is Ottinger.
You need a break? Yeah. Okay.
There's nobody in there.
A break.
Goalies don't get breaks.
I
need a break. That's so funny. I need a break.
If it's the first time playing goalie, he's probably used to being on and off the ice every few minutes.
Yeah, they don't swap the goalies out like that. Yeah, so sometimes they should. Wouldn't that be actually funny if they brought that in? Like you can,
have goalie line changes on the fly.
Goalie line changes. That would be. You can have 4 goalies on the bench, and you have goalie line changes. Actually, would be quite interesting.
Could be.
Yeah. It would certainly be helpful if your goalie's playing like shit. You don't have to permanently swap them out. It's fun. It's nice to see kids having fun like that, though, with the game.
I don't know. He seemed a little bit tuckered out, not having fun.
Tough shit. Get back out there.
Mm-hmm. I like how the first coach was like, okay, I guess. Second, everybody else is like, no, get in the goal.
Left
That's right.
side tries to go again.
Oops, sorry. So we now have the infamous 3 pipes.
Yeah.
And still don't score. It's he gets some kind of bonus for hitting 3 pipes though.
Side, but down the left side tries to go against the
Ding,
grain and one
ding,
up, repost.
ding.
And through the legs as well. He comes back
Post
out through the
crossbar.
legs.
Wow. You will never see that.
It doesn't even hit off his back.
No, it goes through his 5-hole back out.
Yeah, love it. That's Kachek. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, a triple doink, as somebody says. Fun.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun stuff this week.
Yeah, there's some ugly too. I've got an ugly hit. We can do an ugly hit real quick.
Too ugly. Well, I've got a couple of things like that, but yeah.
He was coming because he's reaching for the puck and he's.
Oh.
Let's see, he's coming up the wall.
Oh.
That was pretty much straight to the face.
Yep.
No penalty.
He's low, he's just coming through.
Well, he's playing Vegas. Of course, there's no penalty.
I don't know how to judge this Buffalo one. number 19. 2 minutes instigating, 5 minutes fighting, 10-minute misconduct.
No penalty for the hit, though.
Yeah, nothing for the hit.
So the Buffalo player gets a instigation penalty.
Yep.
Jesus.
So Vegas goes on the power play. Buffalo loses a player and goes on the PK.
Yeah, that was pretty horrible. Yeah. That's Vegas.
That's straight across the chin.
There. Oh god. Was there any? I didn't notice, but was there any supplemental review of that after by the NHL? Probably not.
I think.
I don't know.
I don't know when this game happened. Let me check.
Oh, that's a bad one. Yeah.
Because that may have been today. Yeah, that was 10 hours ago.
All right, I've not seen that. So we'll see what happens tomorrow or Monday. See what happens Monday.
Yeah, there may be a call from the office on Monday.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad. Yeah, as we all know, one of the joys of being a fan and being at the games is shit just seems different when you're at the game. Shit seems real. And in New Jersey, they've got this fans like this. There's fans like this everywhere, but this is the New Jersey one.
Nemitz open for a shooting lane. Pratt right back to him. One-time drive.
Nice goal, by the way.
Yeah.
Devils lead. Shimon Nemitz with a blast pass.
What the?
Nemitz open
No, she looks like she's from Jersey. I'll say that.
Strong chin there.
Strong chin there. I have to say that was a sweet goal.
Shooting lane. Pratt right back
Yeah,
to
it was.
Holy shit.
The Devils lead.
But yeah, what? But that's what it's like at a game. I mean, there's nothing quite like that atmosphere when you get a good game like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it's a lead-taking goal.
She, but yeah, she was she had a handsome chin, a noble chin.
We do have this one did end up in a suspension.
All right.
This is on Pedersen.
Oh yeah. Oh.
So Kadri gets hit first. And then Zary goes after him after the Kadri hit that happened there. But goes straight at the head. So 2-game suspension. And I think the hit on Kadri, I think, was clean.
Yep.
But they don't like showing that part of it. It's just the second part.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah, I mean, that's...
Yeah, that's reminiscent of Steve Moore and Bertuzzi.
Yep.
Only that was far more pre-planned.
Yeah,
this was heat of the moment.
Intending to injure all that, yeah.
Yeah, I wish it showed the other hit first a little bit more, but...
Well, the thing is, we've got this thing of people reacting to clean hits with bullshit now.
Yeah, Anytime your star gets hit in any way, that you've got
Yeah.
to go do something.
It's becoming a thing that is being talked about online. It's not just us. It's like,
Yeah,
what is it this year with people reacting to clean hits?
There's a lot of podcasters and stuff that are
Yeah.
calling out the same stuff that we have.
So I guess we should show the Superman punch, shouldn't we?
Oh yeah. Forgot that happened this week.
The Superman punch, and I've got the still image as well. But this is the actual.
I mean, it was cool, except that it did absolutely no damage. It just ended up being
just
retarded as far as using it.
There you go. That was it. Like, all he did is kind of, and it looks different when you see the still, and we'll show the still image in a little bit.
Yeah.
Still a
But then
pretty
he
good
just gets
fight.
his butt kicked.
Yeah, he gets his butt kicked after.
Wants to drag him up to keep it going.
I don't know if they'll show it again here. But... So the actual image.
That's a follow-up, isn't it?
The still is far better looking than the actual fight was.
Is that one? Yeah. So that's the actual still.
Hey, TZ.
Hey, TZ, how you doing?
Yeah, it would make a great poster.
It would.
But
that would
if you
look good.
actually were watching it and saw what happened resulting from him trying to punch like this, it's like, yeah, that was kind of pathetic. Looks
Yeah.
cool. Did nothing.
Yep.
And then he got his
that-
butt kicked.
That will make a future. You will see this image more often, I think, over the years.
Yeah, I
Pretty
think that one will
cool.
stick around for a little
Yeah,
while.
it's a pretty cool one. But the fight itself was like, yeah, you know, there were some good fights this week, but
Yeah, there were a lot of fights.
Let's have a look at this one. I thought
We've
this
shown
was
a
quite-
few.
This is former Dallas star Jason Dickinson getting into it with Barclay Goodrow.
Him to join the Regina Pats at the age of 15. If Macklin takes home this year's Calder Trophy for Rookie of the Year, the two might have another parallel come June. Randy, I think I better go to you.
We've got a scrap going here between Barclay Goodrow and Jason Dickinson, who Drew were having words throughout the game, and now
Yeah, it's getting into jersey pulling territory now, but there's a few good punches throughout the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. A spirited affair. And then they decided to just keep chatting to each other in the box.
In the box.
Yeah.
San Jose number 23 and Chicago number 16. Both
See-
have 5 minutes for fighting.
The thing about Jason Dickinson, when you see him there, is he used to play for the Stars. He's like Tyler Sagan's younger brother, even though they're not related. He looks just like Tyler Sagan. We used
Yeah.
to call him Sagan Jr. You don't really see it there, but there you go. He could be
Yeah.
Tyler Sagan's clone. It's incredible, but yeah, that wasn't bad, you know.
Yeah.
Thought
How
it was
about
quite nice.
a poor call? Tell me, let's look at this and see what everybody thinks. This was Florida and Boston.
And he goes, yeah.
Puck goes in.
As I said, Swayman did not have Reinhardt out in front. There's the poke, and he goes, yeah. Quick whistle. As I said, Swayman did not have complete control.
So when did the whistle
Paul
go?
Maurice is hot on that Panther bench.
The whistle went. Now, the whistle went right after the puck went in.
Okay.
And Paul Maurice, you can read, he's saying that puck went in the net.
It did go in,
they
yeah.
look at
Well, it looked
everything,
like
and
it.
if it's close,
It
they
was
stop
across the line.
game to take an extra look. And yeah, I believe the scores table, Paul Maurice is pointing.
But did they
are
whistle it?
stopping the game.
Did they whistle it down because they thought Swayman?
Here's the call.
After review, the puck was knocked into the net after the whistle. Therefore, we have no goal.
So they'll
Oh,
say the
no,
whistle
that's a
blew.
goal.
They
That
said
was-
they say intent to whistle, essentially.
Oh, but we had that in a Stars game recently with the offside
But
debacle.
it's
You can't
it's
have
the
an
intent to whistle by the referee. The whistle,
Yeah.
you may hear the whistle after it's happened, but if the referee was trying to whistle,
I
that's
just,
always been the rule. But yeah,
I'd be
that-
a bit pissed off. Yeah.
that kind of pissed off Florida because that would have tied it up. It was empty net at the time, minute 30 left in the game, so
I
a
don't know
little
what the chat
bit
thinks about that.
angering.
I'm not sure what everybody in the chat thinks about that, but I think that's a goal. I mean,
And it's definitely a goal, but if the referee was going to call the whistle for a freeze, then that's the way it goes.
okay. My answer to this though is that would be, how do we know the referee intended to blow the whistle? Is he just saying he intended to, but didn't really intend to? Like,
It's been the rule forever,
I
though.
know, but if they can say, well, we can say we had an intent to, we can say, well, how do we know you had an intent to? Are you just saying that? That's what puts distrust in refereeing sometimes. Like,
well, the whistle does go like right at
Right,
the
yeah.
here. Let's listen to it at the beginning.
Yeah. Reinhardt out in front. There's the poke.
I heard it there.
Goes,
Yeah.
It had already been poked,
Right.
Swayman did not.
but the whistle goes, and then the puck goes in, but it had already been poked. So I think that was where some of the controversy came, was did he poke it before the whistle, or was the whistle going off, that kind of thing. So I don't know, one of those interesting ones where if you're Florida, you feel like you got screwed. Everybody else is probably like,
It depends on which side of the
Right.
fan base you are. Yes,
exactly.
I think I would have been going mental if it had been against my team. But like, if we thought we'd scored, but you know, I hear what you're saying.
Well, that's like McKinnon getting his 1,000th point, and then them doing the review of it. They did a full celebration for McKinnon's 1,000th point, and then they take the point off the board, and then they do another celebration later.
Yeah, no points for you. No points.
It was funny.
All right, so we all know that hockey is the best of the major league sports. We know it's the best sport. In fact, full stop, of any sport.
It's the only one I watch anymore.
Indeed. And we know that football sucks. But I think football's starting to catch up with how to make football popular again. And it's to introduce ice into the equation. So this
Football
is
on
ice. Football on ice.
Es geht über, da ist es geht über Ailton, kleines, dickes Ailton mit dem Touchdown.
German commentary is something else.
Am heutigen Abend, wir haben schon einen Krimi vorhin erlebt beim knappen 20:19.
Trying to kick on ice.
Ice
You
football,
can't plant.
So come on, chat. What do you think? Ice football?
Das soll sich sparen. Das ist arrogant. Das ist taunting.
I wouldn't mind playing it.
I know what he says. Das ist taunting. I love the English words.
Yeah.
It's just taunt. But hear me out. Why are they not on skates? If they were on skates,
because
this would
you're
be
likely to
perfect.
kill somebody with the skates.
This would be perfect if it was on skates.
I think it's funnier without them.
Gedrückt und geschoben worden und Schanbacher kommt nicht auf die Füße. So, ein Pass nach vorne. Weiter geht's. Und er bleibt auf den Beinen. Schanbacher, der Quarterback, bleibt auf den
It's
Beinen.
hilarious.
So, da er hier nicht als Quarterback fungiert, ist das meiner Meinung nach korrekt eigentlich in der Rolle.
And then they invaded Poland. The funny thing about that is that you can't go out of bounds in this football. The
ball can, you can't.
That's right. So ice football. It's
That would actually be
quite
fun
good.
to just, rent the rink for the day or for a few hours and do that.
It would be. It's quite funny. I've never seen that before, but that's quite funny. Good one. Yeah, did you see this? So Connor Bedard got this 10-minute misconduct.
Yeah.
For abuse of officials. I mean,
He must have said something.
I don't remember. Probably when I got to the bench.
maybe he said, "I want my mummy."
Did you think what you said was that egregious?
Is he 12? Is he still 12?
I think so.
Crazy, but I mean, obviously I'm not. He's a ref, so he gets to make that call. So you gotta live with it.
Were you surprised to be sent to the box?
And he kind of took it maturely in the post-game interview.
He did, yeah. He's obviously been coached well to media-wise. He did seem a little perplexed on the sitting on the bench, though. He's like, "What?"
I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah, he
You
just
know,
sat there spitting.
But when you think about what players must say, what could he have said that was that bad? I mean, Shoresy says worse things all the time, but he is the referee.
He is the referee, and usually the chirping is between the players, not between the ref or the player and the ref.
But he'd not had a good week anyway, because here he is getting.
This was great.
This is
The
fabulous.
he gets hit,
Cross-checked
and then
hit in the face.
he gets hit in the face with the puck when he gets up. This was against the Avs. I love
The
this.
cross-check, and then he's on the ground, bang, puck in the face.
Straight to the face.
I don't think there was any penalty or anything for the cross-check.
No.
Manson drills it off the boards.
I mean, it's almost like Manson deliberately fired the puck at him.
He should have stayed down.
Play right here, the shove play there, and now Manson drills it off the boards, but
Poor Connor, he didn't have a good
I mean,
week.
Manson's just trying to get the puck out.
Yeah, he didn't have a good week.
Pretty sure that was a power play or a penalty kill, so we were trying to
Yeah.
clear.
He's getting the Crosby rookie treatment. Yeah. That's just so funny. Poor bugger. I don't have a lot else, really. I got
Yeah,
one
I don't
more.
have a whole lot else.
This is my last clip. It's a Caps and Kings going at it. Nothing exceptional, but just your average stramash, as I would call it. Wilson involved, of course.
Mikey Anderson with a takedown. Dubois is angry.
Well, the Caps have the numbers in this one. They certainly have the advantage.
It's just a lot of falling around going on. I'm going to hold you down when the other guy roughs you up.
Right. Oh, that's what we're missing.
Tom Wilson wasn't happy about something.
Anyway,
Wilson, there was another thing with Wilson earlier this week where the ref,
I saw that. Yeah.
I thought I bookmarked it, but I'm not seeing it in my bookmarks. But it's also doing that weird thing where it's gone back to like February instead of keeping my bookmarks in order.
I thought
So
I had something else with Wilson as well. I'm going to have a look for it. I had bookmarked other stuff.
I think it was Wilson and Strome again, but it was, I can't remember who the other player was, but Wilson, the ref standing there, and the guy comes up and he goes, well, it's the two captains talking. And he's like, what did you think? And Wilson goes, I think it was a toe pick, and he tripped himself. And the other guy's like, oh no, it was this and this and this. And he was like, well, we should go. And the ref is like, I'd like to see that. You guys should do it right now.
And I agree. The ref's right. Yeah, go on, boys. Let's do it. I thought I'd seen that too, but I don't seem to have it bookmarked, unfortunately.
I know that what's the football player that ESPN has that sometimes covers a little bit of hockey on his show? McAfee. I know he did a little thing about it. He was like, this is the greatest sport on earth. I mean, the ref is even urging them to throw down.
That's right, yeah. It's the only sport you can do this shit, yeah. Hail to Mark D with a C. Good to see you, buddy. And yes, the Rangers won a game, and Shesterkin got a shutout for once. He's been such a bum this year.
My daughter was very happy with
But
the Rangers win.
I do have another clip I'd bookmarked, and I actually think we should show it because I hadn't put it in my. I bookmarked it on Twitter, but I didn't put it in my folder of bookmarks. But it's quite a neat move by Tuck to win this game.
Alex Tuck takes the puck at center to the right circle. Tuck works in, score!
I think that was kind of neat.
What a move!
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Not sure if that was Aiden Hill.
Look at the feet work. He just kind of throws the goaltender off. The stick and the feet are going all different directions.
It's crazy how much the goalie still had covered.
Yeah.
In the splits there, because
He did.
From the other view, it looks like his foot is, past where the post would be. So
he spread it quite
if
a
he
bit,
had just been back, if he had just been scooted back
Stayed
against the
back,
post, that
yeah.
would have been safe
Yeah,
for
he's
him.
like 3 feet away from the post there. Yeah.
Yeah, the other
left.
view, it looks completely different. It looks like it should have been a block shot.
Yeah.
Look at it from the behind him view.
It's nice to see a guy trying to do this, though. Like Tuck tries.
See, that view makes it look horrible, but the other view looked pretty good. The Avs did discover this week that, see, that view, it looks like he's, from post to post.
He's got great groin. You mean you're saying he's got great groin control?
Yes. The Avs this week found out that it's a very good thing that there are no shootouts in the playoffs because Blackwood looked horrible in the shootout.
Really?
And then
Oh,
both of
dear.
our shooters were horrible. Like, it was probably the worst shootout I have ever seen.
Mhm.
So I did find the Pat McAfee clip. So we'll be able to just take a look at this through the Pat McAfee clip instead of finding the actual clip of the ref. So there's a little bit of setup McAfee does here. We'll let him cook. It's only
Let's
2
go
minutes.
to the NHL now, shall we? The NHL is magical for a lot of reasons. The sport is mesmerizing. They're flying around on blades on ice, like, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 miles, whatever it is. You know, with the way we're tracking humans running now, obviously you would just assume that it's quite an advancement of speed whenever they're on ice, especially with how they're like figure skate. They have the ability of figure skaters while also wearing full pads, dangling a puck with a wooden stick. And then there's a chance at any given moment they could just get absolutely annihilated.
Well,
just
they play for the
demolished.
Stars. That happens
And then
all
they
the
just
time.
pick themselves up and do it again. Never any bitching, never any.
We'll pause it just because it's a longer clip and we'll probably get claimed for it. So we'll transform it if it.
The skill set required is obviously absurd that not a lot of people have. And we're about to get to playoff time, and it's the fastest, most electrifying thing that you could watch, the NHL playoffs. But the best thing about it is its culture. They still fight people over there. They still fight people over there. They still handle business with is that right? You think you can hit our guy like that? Well, why don't you go ahead and drop the gloves, bud? Why don't you go ahead and do it? And they do it. And it's encouraged by everybody. Coaches, players, fans, even refs. One of the biggest dogs in the history of the NHL's name is Tom Wilson. Okay, he has been a menace in the NHL for a long, long time.
That's true.
Listen to him and Stromer, who's not a fighter or a tough guy, have a moment, and then listen to the ref chirp in the middle of this entire thing, in the middle of an actual NHL game.
My guys take this foot out and I'm speeding up ice.
I think it's a toe pick.
But I'm hot this year. Most goal scorers get those calls from me.
Oh, come on. Tommy, if you want to go center ice, I've been waiting my whole career for one.
Oh, yeah. Before you
see that one.
Yeah?
Oh,
you got to do it.
I'd like to see it right now, right? Hey, you got to put one hand behind your back. Not that stupid.
That's a hilarious. That is just a hilarious give and take. And then how about the ref going, I'd fucking love it. Boys, I'd love to watch it. Hockey's culture is second to none, I believe, and the toughness is.
Exactly.
Yeah, so.
That's funny. I'd not heard that before. That's funny, yeah.
McAfee kind of telling it how it is. That's
like
how we
see
feel
that.
about it.
I'd like to see that.
The ref jumping in. I'd like to see that. Let's do it right now. And then I did love at the end when he gets his chance in the face off, and he's I'm not that stupid.
That's a good one. It's funny. Yes, funny one. Just for TZ Burton's edification, obviously the Canucks did win 6-2 against the Blackhawks. So I think we should probably just have a quick peek at what that does to the standings. Let me just pull that up in the West. Wild card. And let's share that. So Canucks winning tonight puts them
should put them back on top
above
of
the
Calgary.
Flames. Yeah, point ahead.
But still game in hand
played.
situation.
Yeah, one game more played. That's the wrong. That is not today. Sorry. Funny, because that's what it's going to look like, just different points. Isn't that weird? That was 2 months ago. My apologies, but funnily enough, it's almost the same. So 73 to the Canucks, 71 Flames. Flames
so 2 points ahead, but game in hand.
It's funny. That was January the 11th, and it was on the same positions. Nothing's changed. Just 1 point difference in a sense. So,
and I'm not sure why it's not showing it back here, but apparently Eric K gifted a membership on your Rumble, I think.
Oh, thank you. Yes, sorry.
And that went to Satria Wajawa 18. Sorry if I completely destroyed that.
Yes. Thank you very much, Eric K. I think that's probably the only Rumble membership I've got at the moment. Thank you, my friend Eric. Very good of you, mate. Thank you. I'll have to reach out to the person that got it and say, "Do you watch stuff?" Because I'm almost at 300 subs on Rumble.
Well, they just came in a few minutes ago and managed to get it right off the bat because there's the high.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being there over on my Rumble side, and for some reason I can't get this damn thing to show me the live chat on this on this on this mobile device. I should probably just look at it in the old-fashioned way, actually on the computer that I'm on right now. Hang on.
Could do that.
I could do that. So thank you very much, Eric, and hello, and to Satraya Wajawa.
I think I did better at the attempts.
Satrawaya 18.
Wajaya.
Majaya, good to see you. Thanks for watching Bourbon and Boarding on whichever of the channels you're watching it on. We do appreciate it. We are the only hockey show in our corner of the internet that we know of. So, cool. Anyway.
Oh, and apparently, if you go log in on my side of Rumble as well, Eric K has gifted 5 memberships on my channel on Rumble.
He's gifted 5 on both
So he's probably
sides.
gifted
Thank
5 on
you.
both. I don't know why it didn't pop it up back here for us, or I would have highlighted that. Thank
Yeah,
you, Eric.
thanks, Eric.
And sorry we didn't get that highlighted earlier.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you very much, Eric. Appreciate it, mate. I'm sorry I'm not going to be seeing you in Vegas this year, as despite the memberships you've gifted, I'm still a poor Canadian with no money and no prospects. Life is
TZ
cruel.
Burton got a gifted membership over on my Rumble.
Nice.
So
I
the Rumble is just Brahmabull also.
I should go over to your Rumble and get a gifted membership. That's what I should do.
You could. There's Darren M going over there, so it'll give him one in a second, I think.
So my Rumble link is in the chat somewhere if anybody wants to go over, and I need to go over to Brahma's because I'm desperate to get a free membership. Like I did on Comics Division recently. I did donate one on Monday night and they never read it out to make up for it. But so let's see if I get one. What are you going to do for me though, Brahma, if I get that membership?
I don't know. They didn't give an option to set up memberships or not on Rumble. It just happens.
So
I'll continue to do a Friday night show or a Saturday night show on Rumble.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone for your continued support of this show. As I say, it's I think we're the only hockey show in this corner of YouTube and Rumble in our
yeah, because the Sports Wars guys don't really talk too much about hockey.
I tried to persuade Ryan to get us on, and he's like, well, nobody talks about hockey.
until they talk about hockey.
Until they talk about hockey because it's America, Canada. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Four Nations, or somebody dies over in England.
Yeah. So
but what do you got coming up this week? Because I think that's all of our clips and stuff.
Yeah, so I did put a video out earlier today, which is a bit of an interesting one for me because I don't normally do stuff like this, but I did interview a guy. Mad would love this guy, Mad Martigan. Would love this film and he'd love this guy. It's the guy who wrote and directed and produced and acted in a film called Surfer. Keen Confronts Fear. And so I did an interview with this guy, Douglas Burke, about his movie. It's a very unique movie. If I say it's the comparisons in the critics made when it was released in 2018 were that it was like Tommy Wiseau's The Room, then you know what you're getting. Then it's very unique, very idiosyncratic, very creator driven in its narrative and structure. So anyway, I interviewed the Douglas Burke, very interesting guy, about a movie, but it's got a lot of Christian themes in it. It was about fatherhood, about Christian mysticism and Christian themes. as well as some other really off the wall stuff. So, and some surfing too. So it was interesting. Yeah. So anyway, I did interview him. It's quite an interesting conversation. So go over and check that out if you don't have anything else to do. But Monday afternoon on my show, or my regular show, we'll do one of our Cult Comedy Crew themed episodes, and we're going to be talking about Spies Like Us, the 1986, I think, Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd comedy. So
don't think I ever saw that one.
It's a lot of fun. It's actually quite good fun. Also co-written by Dave Thomas, Canadian of SCTV, Strange Brew, and Bob and Doug McKenzie fame. So, although I do not believe there's any hockey references in it, but hey, it's still a fun movie. So,
yeah, I was out of all the comedians back then, I hated Chevy the most. So.
Yeah,
he just never did it for me. I didn't like the Fletch movies. I mean, I liked Caddyshack and a few other things that he's in, but I didn't like him as a lead or co-lead in most things.
Well, the funny thing about Caddyshack is that I never think of it as a Chevy Chase movie. I think of it as a Bill Murray movie. It's funny.
Bill Murray and
Rodney Dangerfield.
Dangerfield, yeah.
Yeah, I never think of it as a Chevy Chase movie. It was the first movie that Dan Aykroyd had done with Chevy Chase, because he originally wrote it for him and John Belushi, but of course Belushi died. So I guess it ended up with Chevy Chase, and they never really made a lot of movies together. It wasn't a pairing that was...
Well, Chevy didn't get along with a lot of people.
Exactly.
Him and Bill Murray hated each other.
Yeah, so...
Which was why it was so crazy to have them on Caddyshack together. So.
Indeed. So anyway, how about you, sir? Obviously tomorrow morning
we got just under 12 hours until the bullpen, where me and little Chad will be talking some politics. Of course, nothing's been happening on the political front over the past week, so we'll probably not have anything to talk about, right?
Pretty quiet, isn't it, really? Today, for instance, nothing happened today. Nothing.
No, we got a ton to go over, and that'll be coming up in about 11 and a half hours. So come check that out. Then got my usual gambit of shows, one every night at least. So Monday over on Comics, Tuesday with Mad Mardigan at Mad's new channel. Wednesday, we've got a Christian panel this week, and then the Midway Comp with Shags. Thursday back at Comics, Friday is Sin and Art, and Saturday we're right back here. So,
alrighty. I think
Eric K
also...
for another $5. Spies Like
$5.
Us is a must-watch for Vanessa Angel alone.
Oh yeah, that will be discussed, and there will be photographs of Vanessa Angel. Also, she was in Baywatch, and she was in Kingpin.
Is that okay? It's a chick from Kingpin.
Yeah, chick from Kingpin, and she was. There was also Dan Aykroyd's missus is in this movie. Donna Dixon, and she was in. She was the dream girl in Wayne's World.
Okay.
That Garth dreamt about.
Yeah.
And wanted, yeah. So
Foxy lady.
Yes, indeed. So there's a couple of interesting things.
She was married to Aykroyd.
Donna Dixon. Donna Dixon. I can never remember. She was married to Dan Aykroyd. They only split up a couple of years ago. They were married for a long time.
That's insane.
It is insane. But then he is a multimillionaire, famous person. So.
And has his own alcohol.
Yeah.
Crystal Skull vodka, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Or is it tequila?
Tequila, but don't quote me on that.
I think it may be tequila.
I don't care. I just want to look at the women that they're. I don't care about the actors. Just
sure.
I think is it Donna? Yeah, and Donna Dixon was Dan Aykroyd's wife, but Vanessa Angel and Donna Dixon was in Wayne's World, but Vanessa Angel was in Kingpin. Weird Science, the TV show, Baywatch, and the movie Kingpin. She's the chick in Kingpin.
She was hot in Kingpin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Standing in front of that freezer.
Oh yeah. Well, it's funny because when you see her in Spies Like Us, she's in her bra and undies in the snow.
Yeah.
Supposedly in Russia, but it's Norway. But yeah, that's her introduction to the movie.
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
So yeah,
Nice.
that's what we got coming up. Eric K, I can't remember if I asked you. I'm pretty sure you are going to Vegas, but let me know if you're going to be out there. I'm going to be at my usual place, the Hilton Grand, right behind the Flamingo, so I don't have to be in the Flamingo, but I'm kind of central to everything, including the link. So that's coming up in 1 month, and of course, we probably will not have a show on that. What is that? The 19th of April, unless you decide to do the show by yourself.
Well, we'll wait till the week after because we probably won't do one.
That'll
that
be
night.
the start of the playoffs. So that'll be
Yeah.
the end of the regular season, the start of the playoffs is what the
Yeah.
19th is. So, and
Well, we'll see, but-
yeah, we can wait until the next week and then we can start the playoff rundown as well as we'll know who the winner of the
Yeah, we might have a
regular
week off.
season fantasy is. So
Indeed, we'll have a week off to gird our loins for the playoffs. So,
yep,
and we may well be embroiled in Avs Stars round one.
I would send you guys to Zach's, but I did not see a stream set up for Zach's tonight.
Well, he
so.
was ill on Wednesday, I think, and didn't do a stream, so I'm not sure he's.
Yeah, so I think he's not doing one tonight. So just come back here in the morning and come check out the bullpen. So
just double checking, and I do not think he's live. No, he's not.
Okay.
So.
And Eric will be in Vegas, so I'm sure I'm gonna get to eat some of Eric's meat.
Yeah. Well, Eric, if you feel like it, just come and pick me up in Alberta and take me to Vegas.
That's a little bit out of his way.
It's the only way I'm getting there.
All right, so we'll play the intro as an outro, and you all have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
And cheers.
Cheers, everyone.